Today I want to offer 6 tips that can help you elevate your wedding films and speed up your workflow. Tip number 1 is to double your playback speed. Press L on your keyboard so that you can get to the juicy parts of your story faster and keep the momentum going when you're building out your storyline.
Sweet Sarah, today with my friends, family, and God as my witnesses.
Sweet Sarah, today with my friends, family, and God as my witnesses, I vow to take you as my very own wife.
This is going to save you so much time as you're navigating through your couple's day. Tip number 2 is your scenes should impart feeling. In essence, what I mean by this is cinematic eye candy really does nothing unless it makes you feel something when you see it. So when it comes to creating wedding films that are impactful and connect to couples emotionally is by editing with feeling. And the ways that you can do this in your editing process is through your pacing, your color, and probably one of the most easiest ways is through your music. Music really is the driving force for me in all the decisions that I make when I'm navigating an edit, so it's really important to make sure that you pick the right music for your wedding films. And I love to use MusicBed, I use Artlist, Soundstripe. There's so many amazing resources out there that you can utilize, but by far I think MusicBed has such a vast selection to choose from that really is cinematic and that really connects emotionally to the story that you're trying to tell.
I know when you find love, it has to be protected. I know it is an active decision to see each other when you're less than shiny and show up anyways. It's not just pretty language, it's commitment, it's action. When it's right and true, it's magic.
Tip number 3 is A-roll comes before B-roll. One super helpful and crucial step in my story building process is identifying my narrative first or building my A-roll. Before I can create an impactful and cohesive film, I really have to know what's my story? What is the story that I want to tell? What do I have at my disposal that I can use to build a narrative that is emotionally impactful, emotionally driven? So get your footage organized first, sync up all your multicam sequences, your ceremony, your speeches, any dialogue that you capture on the wedding day. Make sure you go through these and listen intently so that you can find the best path for your story. Tip number 4 is to use multiple songs within your edit. Using multiple songs that have the same or complementing keys to create a seamless and intentional soundtrack for your film is what I personally love to do for every story that I create. Depending on the couple's goals and story that I am telling, I tend to start my films with a song that has a ton of emotion. Whether that is a song with a lot of build, something with a high BPM, something that has a ton of energy to it.
I just wanna feel like this.
It's exciting, it's thrilling, whatever fits my couple's goals and personality best, that is usually where I'm starting my film. And then for the middle of my film, I'm using a song that is a little bit more calming and ethereal and really eases us into the emotional context of the film. And then for the third song, this is going to be my finale. So I'm also going to be finding something that has build and that rises, that really hits that emotional impact and conclusion that I'm trying to reach towards the end of my story.
And the love that Christian has for Liz and the love that Liz has for Christian is beautiful, crazy.
We are married. Officially official.
Now, not every film is going to follow this pattern and formula. This is just something that I've used consistently that's really worked well for me. But really, it's about getting creative in how you build your storylines. You start high, you can end high, or you start high and then you end really slow and calming. The creative choice is all your own, so really lean into that and find the best path for your film. Using just one song for your film may make it feel a little bit stale after a few minutes, so keep it interesting by weaving in multiple songs within your story. This is going to help you continue to drive the emotion forward in an intentional way. Tip number 5 is to use markers. Markers are a super useful tool that I use in every single film that I create so that I know where the best position is for the next moment within my film. Where are the rises and falls within this particular song? I'm marking those moments so that I know where to place the really emotional moments or to transition into a next part of the story. So go through your song and mark all of the progressions in the builds so that you can strategically place moments within your story to really heighten the emotional impact of that particular moment.
And picked to place on my path, and it's been the best path I've ever taken.
You may kiss your bride.
You can also do this for your A-roll sequences so that you know which moments from this part of the day will be used for story building. And it helps you easily navigate through all of these different story elements. As we navigate through the editing process, we can often get lost in the rhythm of building out our scenes, thinking in the back of our minds, cut this, remove this, trim the fat here. But there's one technique that can massively transform your films if you execute it correctly and are intentional about it. And that is letting moments breathe. Certain moments from the wedding day are filled with emotion and character, and by pausing this moment for an extended time in your story, you can allow the viewer to relate and empathize with the characters that they are investing their time in. This is where you can create even more feeling within your film to elevate the emotional connection and impact.
I vow to remain the guy you fell in love with, and finally I vow to grow old with you and to enjoy every minute of it. Al, you're not only my best friend, my whole heart. I love you so much. I couldn't be happier I get to be your husband.
So if you like this video all about these 6 editing tips to help you elevate your wedding films, you might like this video up here, which is all about 10 tips that can help you never struggle with editing your wedding film ever again. Super valuable content in that video, so I hope you guys check it out. And if you liked today's video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know, are you doing any of these tips that I listed out today? If you are, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And until next time, keep creating and telling beautiful stories. Peace.